Did you know that in Saudi Arabia, nearly 60% of the population is under 30? That's a staggering stat, revealing a nation bursting with youthful energy and modern aspirations. While many people imagine Saudi Arabia as strictly traditional, it's actually a melting pot of diverse cultural practices and evolving social norms. Picture this: an underground music scene or fashion trends you'd expect to see in New York or Paris. That's Saudi Arabia today. It's not just about ancient customs. It's a vibrant society transforming at an astonishing pace. Welcome to Saudi Arabia, a nation often painted with broad strokes and stereotypes. Many only see it through the lens of strict customs and traditional attire. But is that really the full picture? Life here is a dynamic blend of tradition and modernity. Cultural practices like family gatherings and hospitality remain deeply rooted. But right alongside them is a youth culture bursting with creativity, innovative art scenes, and a tech-savvy population eager to engage with the world. Let's explore the surprising nuances of life in Saudi Arabia, where ancient traditions meet modern energy. Despite its rich culture and dynamic society, misconceptions and stereotypes about Saudi Arabia persist. People often reduce it to oil wealth, strict religious laws, and limited freedoms. But letting these stereotypes shape our understanding means missing the real Saudi Arabia, the daily lives, aspirations, and social norms of its people. The growing progressive movements among the youth are a perfect example. While some still view the country as ultra-conservative, there's a powerful wave of change, driven by young Saudis who are redefining their future. These narrow perceptions don't just limit appreciation for the diverse experiences within the kingdom, they also create barriers to meaningful cultural connections. To truly grasp Saudi Arabia, we need to dig deeper and confront these misconceptions. Now let's explore the daily rhythm of Saudi life, from social customs to economic opportunities, education, and what it's really like to live in the kingdom today. It's a fascinating blend of tradition and progress. Family gatherings are at the heart of Saudi social life. Whether it's a big Friday dinner or a casual weekend barbecue, these gatherings play a key role in maintaining family bonds. And hospitality? It's legendary. Saudis are known for their warmth, welcoming guests with elaborate meals and endless cups of Arabic coffee. But beyond the family traditions, things are changing fast. Economic opportunities are booming. Vision 2030 is transforming Saudi Arabia's economy beyond oil, creating new avenues for entrepreneurship, innovation, and investment. The tech sector is exploding, with startups cropping up in Riyadh and Jeddah. And young Saudis, especially women, are seizing these opportunities to build businesses and reshape their careers. Take Hala Al-Hamrani, for example, Saudi Arabia's first female kickboxing trainer. She broke barriers and opened her own gym. And Monshaat, the government agency for SMEs, is equipping young entrepreneurs with the resources they need to thrive. These real-life stories show how economic development is transforming the country. Education has seen a massive boost too. Universities are offering programs in fields like artificial intelligence and business management. Women are now leading the charge in education, with female enrollment in higher education surpassing men. King Abdullah University of Science and Technology, KAUST, is at the forefront of research, attracting global talent and fostering a more educated, forward-thinking generation ready to take on the world. And what about daily routines? You might be surprised to learn how much Saudi life mirrors global lifestyles. Early mornings kick off with a strong cup of coffee at local cafes. Throughout the day, people connect on social media, work from co-working spaces, and meet friends for dinner at restaurants serving everything from sushi to gourmet burgers. The cosmopolitan vibe in cities like Riyadh and Jeddah is thriving. Yet tradition remains present. Many Saudis still observe daily prayer times, and weekends revolve around family time. This balance of old and new is what makes Saudi Arabia so intriguing. A place where the past and future coexist, with camels in the desert and high-speed internet in skyscrapers. Real-life stories show just how dynamic this balance is. Young entrepreneurs aren't just reshaping the business world, they're redefining social customs. Women, now allowed to drive, are stepping into roles that seemed impossible a few years ago. Their stories are inspiring, and they're becoming the new face of Saudi Arabia. Here's where things get even more interesting. You've heard about the modernization and growing opportunities, but there's still something that might completely flip your understanding of life in Saudi Arabia. I spoke with Noura, a young Saudi woman who has experienced these changes firsthand. Her story? It challenges everything you might think. Growing up, Noura says, Saudi Arabia was different. People had certain expectations, especially for women. But now things are changing faster than ever. My generation? We're not sitting on the sidelines anymore. We're out there starting businesses, getting involved in the arts, working in tech. It's empowering to know that our voices matter, and we're actively shaping the future of our country. Her words hit hard, especially when she shares this insight. The biggest misconception is that we're oppressed or silent. Sure, we're deeply connected to our culture and traditions, but that doesn't mean we're stuck in the past. In fact, we're using those traditions as a foundation to build something new, something that reflects who we are today. The change isn't just superficial. It's rooted in the mindset of Saudi youth. They respect tradition but hunger for progress. They're studying abroad, bringing back new ideas, and applying them to everything from business to art. They're creating a future true to their culture but unafraid to break new ground. Noura's story isn't unique, she tells me. My friends are working in sectors that seemed unimaginable just a few years ago. We're tech entrepreneurs, filmmakers, and business leaders. For us, it's not about rejecting our past, but showing the world we can balance modernity and tradition. That's the real surprise. It's not that Saudi Arabia is modernizing at the cost of its cultural identity. It's that young Saudis are creating a future where modernity and tradition exist side by side. They're proving you don't have to choose between the two. You can embrace both. This shift is happening fast. From women driving and leading companies to young men and women championing art and music, Saudis are stepping into new roles and defying decades-old stereotypes. It's not just about a country opening up. It's about a society rewriting its own narrative. So, the next time you think of Saudi Arabia, remember Noura's story. It's not just a land of strict customs and traditions. It's a land of opportunity, innovation, and youthful ambition. Saudis are shaping their future on their terms, and that's the real story the world needs to hear.